The insurance industry generally is keeping a very close eye on people's social media. There's a good likelihood that your employer is too, so that's something to think about. But the reality is that social media is used very much against people all the time. And social media isn't a bad thing. Where social media becomes a problem is that things can be taken out of context that are posted on social media sites that are widely open and available to the insurance industry. And they can be taken out and made to look in a way that isn't in the context of how they were posted or even how that event came into being and be captured on film. So the problem with social media is that it can be made to look like something it isn't. Somebody may have an auto insurance claim and then, they're at a family barbecue, and maybe the situation with that family barbecue is that they were there for an hour and then they had to go home because that was all that they had within them that day to attend, but it was an important function. But all that shows up on your social media website is that you're at a family barbecue laughing and yucking it up and looking like you're having a great time, and people don't necessarily understand the background of that photo. My personal view on social media is that social media is useful. It's good for keeping in contact with friends and family and people that you don't necessarily see all the time. But I don't think that you should have your whole life posted on social media to begin with. And I think that you need to be very careful in the context of an insurance claim when you're thinking about how this may affect you and what can be taken and be looked at by people who don't understand what the background in your situation is at the time that any given thing may be posted on Facebook. So my advice would be to be very conservative with your social media settings, keep things private, keep things, just treat your social media as though the rest of the world is going to be looking at it and making a decision for you on something important one day. And that's probably the best guideline that you can have in terms of not only an insurance claim, but you don't have any idea once you put something out into cyberspace, it's there forever. And people can look at archived copies of your pages and things like that, even if you change your privacy settings. So knowing that something that you post when you're 18 may not be something that you want people to see when you're 26 and looking for a job opportunity or having somebody make a decision for you in an insurance claim or something like that. So my advice is just be generally cautious. And if you don't want somebody to see something later on, 10 years from now, then don't put it on your social media.